All right, so you found the perfect hackathon project. The idea is absolutely brilliant, and you are ready to build something incredible. So let's jump right into a foolproof guide that will get your project up and running in minutes. Our whole goal here is to spend your time building cool stuff, not debugging your setup. You know that feeling, right? It's unbeatable. You've got the starter code, the coffee's brewing, and you're about to bring this amazing idea to life. The ambition is high, and you're ready to go. And then nothing. Just a cryptic error message. That is the moment, that incredibly frustrating roadblock that can just completely kill your momentum before you've written a single line of code. We've all been there, and today we're going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover 5 simple but absolutely crucial steps. We'll start with forking to make the code yours, then cloning to get it on your machine, reading the README, your new best friend, then we'll tackle the silent killer, which is configuration, and finally, we'll launch and troubleshoot. Let's do this. Okay, first things first, forking. This is step 1, the foundation. It's all about creating your own personal workspace where you have total control. And this brings us to the golden rule. You have to remember this. Never ever clone the original repository directly. Why? Well, because you don't have permission to write to it. If you try, you're just going to hit a wall of permission denied errors the second you try to save your work. You've got to get your own copy first. So what the heck is forking anyway? Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like hitting make a copy on a Google Doc. You're creating a perfect duplicate of the entire project. But this new version, it lives on your personal GitHub account. You're the owner now. And actually doing it is ridiculously easy. You just go to the original project page, look for that fork button in the top right corner, click it, pick your account, and hit create fork. Boom, done. You now have your very own company to mess with. Okay, so you have a copy of the project living on your GitHub account. That's great, but it's still out there on the internet. Now we need to bring it home, get it onto your actual computer so you can start coding. And that step is called cloning. Now, this slide is super important because this is where people get confused all the time. Forking happens just one time, and it's a remote action. It makes a copy of the project on GitHub. Cloning is what you do after you fork. It downloads your copy from GitHub to your local computer. So remember, forking is remote, cloning is local. Here's exactly how to do it. Go to the page for your fork, not the original one. Click that green code button and copy the URL. Then pop open your terminal, type git clone, and paste in the link. And please do not forget that last step. It is critical. You must CD or change directory into the new folder that was just created. If you don't, none of the next commands are going to work. Okay, the code is on your machine. I know, the temptation to just start typing commands and installing things is huge. But hold on, we need to look at the project's official instruction manual first, the README file. The README is not optional reading. It is your single source of truth for this project. You're looking for 2 key things. First, prerequisites, like do you need a specific version of Node.js or Python on your system? And second, the Getting Started section. It will tell you the exact commands to run. Every project is a little bit different, and trying to guess is just a recipe for disaster. All right, now we get to it. The #1 reason hackathon projects fail to launch. It is a sneaky, frustrating problem that can feel like a total mystery if you don't know what you're looking for. This is what I call the silent killer. Have you ever gotten an error like API key invalid or database connection failed right out of the gate? You immediately think you broke something. But the truth is, you haven't broken anything, you're just missing something. A single, secret, hidden file. And that file is called the .env file. This is where you store all the secret stuff. API keys, database passwords, you name it. For really important security reasons, this file is never checked into GitHub. You wouldn't want to post your passwords publicly, right? So when you clone a project, this file is missing on purpose. You have to create it yourself. And here's the super simple fix. Look for a template file in the project. It's usually called something like .env.example. Just make a copy of that file and then rename the copy to exactly .env. That's a period, then env with nothing else. Then just open it up and fill in the blanks with your own keys and info. We are on the home stretch. We've got our config all set up, and now it's time to run the final commands to launch this thing. We'll also pack a little first aid kit just in case any small problems pop up. Now, your README will always be your guide, but these are the commands you're going to see 9 times out of 10. For JavaScript projects, it's almost always npm install to grab all the code packages,
then npm run dev to start it up. For Python, you'll usually create a virtual environment, then run a pip install command.
If you do hit a snag, this little guide is your best friend. Get a permission denied error? You probably cloned the wrong repository. Go check that it's your fork. Module not found? You almost definitely forgot to run npm install inside the project folder. And if a port is already in use, it just means you have another project running. Just close that other one down. These 3 fixes solve like 90% of all startup problems. So let's just recap the whole process one last time. It's a clear path. First, you fork the repo to make it yours. Second, you clone your fork to your computer. Third, you read the README. Fourth, you create the .env file. And finally, you install the dependencies and launch. That's it. That's the formula for success.
And with that, this setup is done. The boring part is over. All those technical hurdles are behind you, and now all that's left is your creativity and your code. The question is no longer, how do I even start this thing? It's, what am I going to build? Go make something awesome.